Welcome back, traders. Hope yesterday's rebound gave your positions maybe a little bit of a breather,
Yeah, a short one.
because today felt like a real rug pull, didn't it?
Mm,
Big volume sending everything scrambling south.
definitely. You saw it across the board.
Right, from SPY's 20-day breach to, well, IWM just falling out of bed. Lonely fall from grace, as you put it in the notes.
Yeah, IWM was particularly weak.
And we've got Waller talking measured cuts, but then Philly Fed just completely flops, adding to that whole shutdown haze.
It's a confusing mix on the economic front for sure.
So, yeah, tomorrow's open.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it could really tip the scales. Bear pile on, or maybe the bulls try to make a stand, especially in this tariff torque tape we're in.
Exactly. A lot hinges on the next move.
Okay, so you're tuned into the Stock Market Summary Series. And as you guys know, this is all market commentary, purely for educational purposes.
That's right. None of this is buying or selling advice. We're just, talking through what we see.
It's education.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this chaotic session. You mentioned my concern about how fast yesterday evaporated.
Yeah, well, what stood out was the volume. It wasn't just a drift lower. This pullback was broad-based and came on genuinely elevated volume.
Right, which sort of confirms the commitment, doesn't it, to the downside?
It suggests conviction, yeah. The market's sending a signal.
And technically, it was pretty decisive. SPY slid, 0.68%? And crucially, dipped below that 20-day moving average.
Mm-hmm. That's a key short-term level. QQQ eased off too, 0.37%.
But the real story, I think, was IWM, the
Yeah.
small caps, cratering 2.11%.
Yeah, that's a significant break.
Connecting that to sectors, financials, XLF, they really took the heaviest hit, down 2.78%.
On a torrent of volume. Yeah, that volume spike in financials is key. It looks like a classic release of, let's say, pent-up downside energy.
From those regional bank worries.
I think so. You know those credit quality jitters, bad loans? They've been simmering. Today, it felt like that fear just hit the tape hard.
Forcing liquidation.
Yeah, portfolio managers maybe had to get out. It was, a textbook gut punch.
And that fear showed up in some setups we were watching too, like New Scale Power, SMR.
Right.
It just slammed lower, failed to extend that symmetrical triangle breakout it had.
Which is such a stark reminder, isn't it? When you see a squeeze like that just fizzle out so fast,
Yeah.
you absolutely have to manage your risk. It's non-negotiable. These things can turn on a dime.
Totally. And SMR wasn't alone. Samsara, IoT.
Yeah, IoT closed below its own symmetrical triangle, and it landed beneath the 200-day moving average.
Oof. Signaling fresh weakness there.
Definitely. And these examples, SMR and IoT, they really highlight why you need ironclad risk rules. It's not just about finding the setup.
It's about protecting yourself when they fail.
Precisely. Which, is something we really hammer home in the Grok Trade mentorship program, fusing that pattern recognition with really sharp risk control. There's a lot more depth to it, obviously.
Makes sense. Okay, shifting gears slightly. Market drivers. We're still kind of flying blind on some data, right? Because of the shutdown.
Yeah, the data drought continues. Big things like jobs, CPI, they're delayed. So the focus really has to stay on the technicals for now.
But we did get those kind of contradictory signals you mentioned. Fed Governor Waller talking about careful rate cuts.
Right, sounding relatively steady, maybe trying to backstop a softening labor market. Careful being the coup word.
But then you get the Philly Fed manufacturing index just cratering.
Yeah.
Minus 12.8. The forecast was positive 9.1.
Exactly. That's a huge miss. And that regional index can sometimes be like a canary in the coal mine for the broader economy.
So that suggests.
Well, dropping that hard. It suggests maybe that soft landing narrative is hitting some serious turbulence. Could be teeing up rate easings, perhaps October, maybe December.
Interesting contrast there. Raises questions about how deep that regional weakness really goes.
Definitely something to watch.
Okay, perfect spot for this.
Mm-hmm.
As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or maybe a question about the markets, drop it in the comments below.
Yeah, we do read those.
We might cover it in an upcoming episode. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, do us a big favor and hit that like button. It's totally free. Really helps us out a big way with the algorithm, folks. And click subscribe too so you don't miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later if you want. Okay, done with that.
Good stuff.
Let's talk crypto and safe havens. Digital assets continued sliding. Bitcoin down about 2.4% today.
Yeah, extending that recent slide.
And it's now testing that critical 108K support level. I mean, the speed, the velocity of this fall, it feels like a real make or break moment for BTC's short-term bullish case.
It's definitely a pivotal test, no doubt about it. Bulls need to step up there.
Meanwhile, the complete opposite story in metals.
Right. Talk about a hedge working. Gold, GLD, powering up 2.34%. New records again.
Wow. And silver, SLV, climbing 1.74%.
It's like the perfect hedge lesson playing out in real time, isn't it? Let your winners run, especially when they're safe havens absorbing pressure while equities are getting hit. Textbook.
Absolutely. So days like today, seeing major trend lines like that 20-day floor breached and on high volume across SPY, QQQ, IWM, it just drives home the importance of understanding market structure, doesn't it?
It really does. And honestly, it reinforces the value of the kind of training we do. The volatility, these failed setups we saw today, especially in IoT and SMR, they just show why you need that fusion.
The pattern recognition, the volume reads.
Plus those essential ironclad risk rules. Putting it all together is how you build that trader's instinct, that ability to turn what looks like market chaos into an actual edge.
Having that calm confidence when moves get violent like this.
That's the goal. You need that measured approach.
So, wrapping up, what did this set up for tomorrow? Are the bears going to double down on this weakness we saw today?
Or do the bulls try to stage some kind of comeback?
Yeah.
Maybe defend some of these broken levels?
Yeah, and specifically watching IoT, is that breakdown potential now fully priced in after today's drop, or is there more downside?
That's the key question for tomorrow's session, I think. A lot of eyes will be on that one.
All right, well, we wish you a great rest of the day, folks.
Trade safe out there.
And we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.